Thank you very much, Katie. Now, we've got some breaking news for you now, and it's this. Peter Mandelson has been led from home by police. We've got a video of that's coming. So Peter Mandelson has been led from his home by police. This is literally breaking these past few moments. We don't have any more detail on that at the moment. Chris Hope, do we have any more detail on which property, where this is, any more information whatsoever? And a dramatic development in his story.
It really is, and nothing yet, Martin. It looks from the photographs we're seeing online like it could be his property in North London, of course.
Yes.
Where we originally saw the police go into that property about 10 days ago now, but nothing further to that. But this is, of course, follows on from Friday, or from Thursday, forgive me, when, of course, Prince Andrew was taken to police station for questioning. We don't know what that is. We are told he's been led from police by plainclothes officers and not by uniformed officers. His face, according to photographs online on other newspaper websites, he looks ashen-faced and sad, as you might expect if you're taken away by police. But this is another escalation. We just heard in the House of Commons that the government will release the first tranche of documents from those near 100,000 documents used to vet him, of course, before he became the UK ambassador to the US.
Yeah, and Darren Jones gave that statement. In fact, here we have now the video of it. Let's get our Homeland Security Editor, Mark White. Mark White, a video there of an ashen-faced Peter Mandelson being led away by police. OK, this is the first video here. That appears to be an out-of-town. Mark White, dramatic footage here of Peter Mandelson being taken away by police in a plain car.
Peter Mandelson has been arrested by police. The statement that has just come through from the Metropolitan Police now, that says officers have arrested a 72-year-old man on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Yeah. He was arrested at an address in Camden on Monday, 23rd of February, and has been taken to a London police station for interview. This follows search warrants at 2 addresses in the Wiltshire and Camden areas. Of course, Martin, we have known that we were likely to reach this point at some time pretty soon. We, of course, last Thursday got the arrest of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. A number of people wondered why, given that searches had begun at Peter Mandelson's addresses before any searches took place at Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's addresses, why he had not been arrested yet. Well, he has now. Police in different forces do things at their own pace. And the Metropolitan Police, we don't know the totality of the kind of evidence that they have been looking through, but it will have been very significant. There is no doubt. We know that the Department of Justice in the United States, in releasing so many of these documents relating to Peter Mandelson's time as business secretary, as well as, of course, his time, or at least there are some indications about his time as US ambassador. All of this has got to be factored in, weighed up by the investigating officers. That, in addition also to the evidence that they may well have found when they searched the properties. Let me just give you the statement again. We've just had it confirmed from the Metropolitan Police in the last couple of minutes. They said a Metropolitan Police spokesperson said officers have arrested a 72-year-old man on suspicion of misconduct in public office. He was arrested at an address in Camden on Monday, the 23rd of February, and has been taken to a London police station for interview. This follows search warrants at 2 addresses in the Wiltshire and Camden area. So those 2 addresses, Martin, we believe to have been Peter Mandelson's addresses. Both we know, of course, about that address in Camden, where we've been camped out along with other members of the media for some time. but also the address in Wiltshire is a home address of Peter Mandelson as well. And what has been happening in recent days is that very significant police searches have been taking place at those addresses. In particular, they're looking for documentation, looking through electronic devices and the like, anything that can help them piece together the other half of some of the information that they have been privy to now from the Department of Justice in the United States in terms of the allegations that Peter Mandelson may have been inappropriately passing on information that was sensitive and of a nature that could be advantageous to people looking to make money out of such information. That would, if it was proven eventually in a court of law, would amount to misconduct in public office. And that's why he has been arrested on suspicion of those charges. 72-year-old Peter Mandelson, as you saw there, led away by plainclothes police officers, put in the back of that unmarked police vehicle and taken off to a police station in the Metropolitan Police area. We've not been told, nor are we likely to be told by the Metropolitan Police what that police station is. But of course, members of the press, as they always do, will be endeavouring to find out just where the peer of the realm, Lord Mandelson, the former US ambassador, the UK ambassador to the US, I should say, may now be held and questioned by these detectives in the coming hours.
And Mark White, this is also familiar now, is it not? It's the precise same charge that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was facing, misconduct in a public office. We know now, as if by rote, Mark White, that carries a maximum tariff of life imprisonment. And we said right from the very, very beginning of this, did we not, Mark White, that the type of information that was being passed on, or could potentially have been passed on by Lord Peter Mandelson to Jeffrey Epstein, was market-sensitive information about Eurozone bailouts, about the Bank of Scotland being bought off by the government. Huge amounts of money could be made within hours of knowing this was ahead of the market, Mark White. The arrest here will no doubt be significantly probing into how that information was used. They'd have been through the hard drives, the paperwork, the email chain. And as we saw with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, now taken to a police station, a former prince, a former lord, simply a commoner before the law.
Yes, and we know, of course, that former Prime Minister Gordon Brown is one of those who had been passing on information to the Metropolitan Police and urging them to delve deeply into what Lord Mandelson may have been doing in his employ, of course, in his cabinet as the Deputy Prime Minister. He was for a time, as Business Secretary, he was for a time as well, during the most sensitive of periods